A merry heart makes a cheerful countenance, but by soul of the heart the spirit is broken. Proverbs 15, verse 13. Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is the third day of our study under the theme Healthful Living, and not forgetting our memory text that is gotten from the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 31 that says, whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God. Babalanda Samson, a fellow servant of God. I'm just happy to find myself awake this morning. I know it's only God who can tell how it came about, because I believe some people didn't reach this hour. So may glory and honor be brought back to the name of the Lord. Today, this morning, we want to talk about the heart and blood. Some people just see blood in their body, but the physiology of the heart, no one can tell. Science has its suggestions, but that one alone signifies that we were wonderfully and fearfully made. So we want to see physiology of the circulatory system. Brothers and sisters, the circulatory system, it has a very unique way it does its function. The way it functions is so complicated, and any slight change in its function affects the whole body. First and foremost, perfect health depends upon perfect circulation. Somebody whose heart is sick or is problematic, then that person will not have perfect health. For example, a child with a problem on the heart, even the growth will not be proper. Therefore, for perfect health, then you have to be with a perfect circulation. The more active the circulation, the more free from obstructions and impurities will be the blood. The blood nourishes the body. The health of the body depends upon the healthful circulation of the blood. The Health Reformer, May 1st, 1873. My brother, my sister, note that at every pulsation of the heart, the blood should be propelled to the extremities quickly and easily in order to have health. The current of human life is struggling to go its accustomed rounds and should not be hindered in its search through the body by the imperfect manner in which women clothe their limbs. The Health Reformer, May 1st, 1872. What should we note? As we study here, we should note also that the limbs were not formed by our Creator to endure exposure, as was the face. The Lord provided the face with an immense circulation because it must be exposed. He provided also large veins and nerves for the limbs and feet to contain a large amount of the current of human life, that the limbs may be uniformly as warm as the body. Therefore, while putting on, make sure the cloth you are putting on covers the limbs, covers the arms and the legs and the feet properly, because we've seen that they were not made to endure exposure. They were not formed to endure coldness. The limbs and feet have large arteries to receive a large amount of blood, that warmth, nutrition, elasticity, and strength may be imparted to them. But when the blood is chilled from these extremities, their blood vessels contract, which makes the circulation of the necessary amount of blood in them still more difficult. When there is too much coldness and the legs and arms and feet are exposed, circulation becomes a bit slow, and therefore blood supply will be limited. So, brothers and sisters, we must be careful with how we dress, because these parts are uniformly supposed to be kept warm. Some of us like showing off by putting on vests, even when the weather is not favorable. That is a very big mistake. Therefore, we have to be conscious over this. We want to see the nervous control of the circulatory system. The nerves control the circulation of the blood. For instance, you are impressed that if you bathe, you will become chilly. The brain sends this intelligence to the nerves of the body, and the blood vessels, held in obedience to your will, cannot perform their office and cause a reaction after the bath. Testimonies for the Church, Volume 3, page 70. You have a determined will which causes the mind to react upon the body, unbalancing the circulation and producing congestion in certain organs, and you are sacrificing health to your feelings. Testimonies for the Church, Volume 5, page 310. The exercise of the brain in study without corresponding physical exercise has a tendency to attract the blood to the brain, and the circulation of the blood through the system becomes unbalanced. The brain has too much blood and the extremities too little. Wow! This is Testimonies for the Church, Volume 3, page 138. Therefore, brothers and sisters, we have to be very conscious on how we take our circulatory system. May God bless you. Have a blessed day.